Software is kind of like a traffic jam, right? When you're trying to fix productivity and you're trying to just bundle in a bunch of tools and you're looking at a problem and you're like, oh, let's just buy this piece of software to solve that problem. It's kind of like just adding more cars to a traffic jam. It's not really solving the core root of the issue. And more often than not, it's actually hurting the problem and making it far worse than trying to fix it in the correct way. So more software is really never the answer. It's actually really great to see most of the time when I run that poll, it's a lot of people are using more than three tools. A lot of us are skewing to less than three tools, which is great. But really, what we want to cover here is getting away from that bundle of tools, right? Using Slack, Outlook, Monday, Asana, ClickUp, whatever those tools are, spreadsheets, docs, in whatever jumbled mess it's in, and create one very simple system for us to work out of. And that system is going to contain three basic layers. It's the goals layer at the very top. That's what you're working towards. And what are the actual North Star things that matter long term, maybe quarterly, maybe annually, but seeing those top level, high level goals as a company altogether. And then all of those goals rolling up into the execution layer or the work layer, which is going to be in Jira. And that's where we track all of our work, our projects, our tasks, and how they contribute to the goals directly. So we'll show you how to set up the goals. We'll show you how to show those goals and attribute them to the work in the execution layer. And then we'll go over the knowledge layer, which is all of the context, information, and everything else that we store in Confluence. And I have a couple of tricks here that I'll show you that you probably aren't doing today or haven't thought of before. So for the Confluence layer specifically, I have a couple of very cool things that you can utilize that will make it much easier, more likely for everyone to be on the same page with everything that happens within your goal layer and your execution layer. All right. Couple of things I wanted to mention before we jump into the live demo is that there's a pretty big advantage to actually aligning your team and your company. And there's a lot of stats out there that show that, for example, 19 companies that are aligned grow 19% faster and are 15% more profitable. This is essentially allowing you to, as long as you're aligned with the company and you have some kind of visual or end goal or some kind of goals that you're looking towards and aligned on, which none of us do, according to the poll, the first poll that we ran, you will be able to get more done and execute on more work as a team, as a company, and be able to really do more. The biggest Jira mistake I see being made is when teams try to achieve a goal by implementing Jira, but they miss the execution layer. This is the thing that allows you to achieve your goals inside of your tool layer. And if you're curious how we implement the grid operating system with our clients, hit the first link in the description below.